ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
Well, the rain is not done yet. After a quick break between storms, a third wet system is arriving right now in San Diego County. Good evening. I'm Steve Atkinson.
And I'm Kimberly Hunt. We have team coverage tonight. We begin with ABC 10 News meteorologist Leah Pizzetti. She's joining us now live from Encinitas with how the county is preparing for another round of rain. Leah?
Right, and this round of rain is just about here. I have been watching our radar. It is positioned right off the coast right now. I'm expecting in the next couple of minutes we will start to see rain. Nothing yet. It's gusty winds picking up. I can really feel these winds picking up in the last couple of minutes as this rain approaches. Now, this is called an atmospheric river. That's a moisture-driven storm that is fueled by the Pacific Ocean, bringing pretty decent rain expectations. After days of multiple storms moving through San Diego, the third storm in a one-week span is arriving in San Diego County, and locals are bracing yet again. South Bay residents came to this Chula Vista spot to grab free sandbags in preparation.
Last time it rained, it flooded. We had to pull up carpeting and everything, so we're getting prepared to make sure it doesn't happen again tomorrow.
This storm coming as many restaurants are getting ready for the first weekend with outdoor dining back open.
Super excited. So we're doing live music on the back patio, and then on the weekends we'll have one person on stage and center.
Sarah Christ, manager of the Roxy in Encinitas, says they'll keep business moving even with rain chances.
We are ready to brave the weather. We have our tent set up so people can sit outside and still enjoy it. We try to accommodate with heaters as much as we can.
Researchers at Scripps Institution of Oceanography launching this weather balloon Thursday, gathering information for a new tool that measures atmospheric rivers and ranks them on a scale. Everyone bracing for the chance of localized flooding as a flood watch continues through Friday evening.
Get fiber rolls, get check dams, get sandbags. That stuff will make a massive difference.
Especially those in areas with burn scars from recent fires like the Valley Fire, who now also face an increased risk of debris flows. Now, literally as we speak, I'm starting to feel some moisture. It's a light mist right now. You see these winds are definitely picking up. So really, truly, I know Angelica is tracking the latest, but please, as this storm rolls in, send us pictures, send us videos. Let us know what type of weather you are seeing in your community. Reporting live in Encinitas, Leah Pizzetti, ABC 10 News.
Out in that cold. Thank you, Leah, for the update. And meteorologist Angelica Campos continues our team coverage tonight, tracking this storm. Coming in, Angelica.
Hi, Kim, that's right. And just like Leah mentioned, is basically knocking on the door, already making its way right along the coastline. So let's take a look at our satellite and radar to give you a better idea of what's happening. You can see that line of rain just stretching from Oceanside all the way down to Mission Bay. And as we get a little bit closer here, you can see how some of that green is already making its way into Oceanside, mostly near the harbor, and Encinitas, also down towards Carlsbad. And then as we move closer to San Diego, it's La Jolla getting some of that rain right now, but it's starting very lightly. Those bands you see over the water with brighter colors indicating heavier rainfall. Most likely that's going to bring rain that could average close to 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch per hour. That's the kind of rain that's going to lead to flooding around the county. And our flash flood watch is already in effect. It'll stay in effect until tomorrow afternoon. We're going to see widespread heavy rain, and the winds will get stronger overnight and into tomorrow. Coming up, I'll explain how different this storm is versus the one that just left.
All right, Angelica, thank you. New worries about mudslides tonight in Northern California, even as crews are still working to dig out from that last mudslide. This one near Salinas trapped more than a dozen families. It happened in an area that was burned in one of last year's wildfires. One man got hurt trying to rescue his wife.
Husband was pulling her out of the house and broke her arm, getting her out of the house as mud was flowing into the front door.
Parts of Northern California could get a foot of rain in the next day. Up in the Sierra Nevadas, it's snow. One major road was blocked when a truck without proper chains got stuck. There's a blizzard warning between Tahoe and Reno. And you can stay on top of the weather right where you live in real time by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store.
And new at 11 o'clock, an ATF national response team is helping to find the cause of a fire that broke out at a Chula Vista shoe store and left 4 firefighters injured. The 3-alarm fire started before 6 o'clock Monday night inside Action Footwear on H Street. The flames were fueled by high winds. The Chula Vista Fire Department asked for help investigating the blaze due to extensive damage to the building. An ATF national response team stepped up to help the department.
And I am at work. It's extremely stressful, extremely depressing, way more death than I've seen in my, 12 years of nursing.
That local nurse is giving us a glimpse inside an ICU. She has a very different tone than the optimism coming from the state and local leaders. She tells our ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura the hospitals are still very full with patients being treated for COVID-19.
This is Adrienne Donovan. She is a lead nurse at Sharp Grossmont, serving in the front lines against COVID-19 since the pandemic started. In early December, they started seeing the so-called holiday surge.
Everything was really hectic and chaotic.
Now in late January, she says it still hasn't calmed down.
At Grossmont, our overflow ICU is at max capacity. So we have, instead of our usual 2 ICUs open, we still have 3 full ICUs functioning.
At Thursday's news conference, county officials say they've administered more than 269,000 doses of the vaccine so far, surpassing their goal to administer 250,000 by the end of the month. They also said the case rates are trending the right direction.
Probably 2 weeks ago, our adjusted case rate was approximately 70. Then the next week, it was close to 60. This week, it was less than 50.
Earlier this week, Governor Newsom lifted the state's stay-at-home order, allowing for restaurants to reopen outdoor dining areas and hair salons to resume operating.
Not even a week ago, we were saying how the death tolls are at the highest they've been since the start. And now we're getting these mixed messages of, okay, it's okay to go out, it's okay to do things, but I'm personally not seeing it in the hospitals. It's still very, very full.
She says they can only hope they start to see the situation improve in the coming days.
We are hoping that this big giant peak that we hit a week or 2 ago is the leftovers of the Christmas holiday surge, and that from there it will hopefully trend down. But as things reopen up, I don't know that it will trend down.
She says she and nurses that want the vaccine have gotten it, which is positive, but the hours are still long and draining.
And I am at work. It's extremely stressful, extremely depressing, way more death than I've seen in my, 12 years of nursing.
She is asking people think of their loved ones and frontline workers during this time.
Be gracious and just be extra careful. Think about what you do before you do anything.
Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
There are hopeful signs in our latest numbers. There were once again 1,400 new cases today, but our test positivity rate dropped to 7%. However, another 69 San Diegans lost their lives to COVID, bringing that number to 2,500.
Tonight, we are hearing from friends of the Coronado man arrested for storming the U.S. Capitol building earlier this month. Alex Smith was identified by people who recognize his face in pictures on social media posts from inside the Capitol. He was arrested yesterday by the FBI. A friend from high school who stayed in touch through social media says Smith had served in the military and had a family. But she says his post became more and more radical and included conspiracy theories about the election.
Obviously is like either a hurt or a sick individual that needs help, inside there. And I hope that this ends up being a wake-up call for him and he gets the help that he needs.
Smith did face a federal judge today and pleaded not guilty. He has another hearing next week.
Stocks for GameStop are spiking again in after-hours trading tonight. The roller coaster is part of a big battle brewing over our financial system. It's a bit complicated, but the simple version is an investor noticed a hedge fund had risked a lot of money doing what's called shorting GameStop stock. And that investor used social media to rally a massive group of people to buy that stock and drive up the price. They did so well that they cashed out at a huge profit. while the hedge fund lost billions. Traditional Wall Street is accusing the investors of unfairly manipulating the market. The investors say Wall Street doesn't like that regular people are beating them at their own game, in which they do all the time. An investing app, Robinhood, stopped trading on those stocks today, but they will allow limited trading to resume tomorrow. Either way, you need to know this kind of trading is extraordinarily risky.
Cicely Tyson, an award-winning actress who broke barriers, has died. Her manager says that she passed away this afternoon at the age of 96. Tyson is most known for her roles in Sounder and the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. She continued working well into her 90s with roles in The Help and How to Get Away with Murder. Tyson racked up 3 Emmys and an Oscar nomination, all while pushing to change the way African Americans were portrayed on film.
I decided that I could not afford the luxury of just being an actress. I had several issues to address. I chose my career as my platform.
Tyson also received the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award in 2016.
New research shows many people of color in San Diego are hesitant about getting the COVID-19 vaccine.
The reluctance and distrust in the scientists and medical research in the Black community is alive and well.
According to research done here in San Diego County, people of color are collectively more hesitant to take the COVID-19 vaccine than Caucasians. Dr. Rodney Hood with Scripps Medical says a large reason for this reluctance is distrust. He says it's important for doctors to continue to reach out to these communities and share information in order to build trust.